Hello everybody, it's Peyton. I haven't posted an actual video in a while, but I'm back. I wanted to do some Robobaby videos, but that didn't happen because Robobaby's broken now. A few days after I got it, the motor quit working and there is something messed up with the battery connections because it works with only 2 batteries and the third one gets hot when I put it in. So I gotta get that fixed. So for right now, we're gonna do videos of some other robots. I'm gonna do a review of Robosapien because I know a few people have asked me to do that and I haven't gotten around to it yet. I'll probably do some of my robot collection as well, now that I've got a little bit of a bigger space to show those bigger robots. But yeah, this is Robosapien. So I'm gonna start with a quick description and then we can get to turning it on and showing the functions that it has. So Robosapien, we'll start with I guess the front and go to, we'll move on to the back after I do like the arms and everything. So on the head, the eyes light up. It has 3 LEDs in each one. On the top of the head, there's an infrared sensor. It's supposed to have a thing that goes down, and that's still there, but the head was messed up when I got it, and that thing is really loose, so I usually keep that up like that, so that I can still see the lights. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the head. On the front, on the chest area, there's a sensor. That's the sound sensor, and then the arms, both of them are the same. There's these cords that connect the motors and everything to the rest of it. I don't know why they couldn't have just run that through the arms, but I guess they didn't have enough room. So on the end of each hand, there's 3 fingers. The longest one has a sensor on the end because it does not use infrared sensors to avoid obstacles. It has buttons on the hands and the feet to stop it if it runs into something. And then in the middle of each hand there's also a light. The fingers open and close when the arm moves out. Carefully move this when the arm gets to I would say a little more than halfway. Then the hand opens. The arms don't really, they move up and down, and they kind of move in and out by twisting that. The elbow's kind of bent, so instead of just moving it straight in and out, it twists in and out. The other one's pretty much the same. Like I said, the feet have the sensors. There's one on the front and one on the back of each foot. On the bottom are the battery compartments. There's one on each foot. It takes 2 Ds in each one. Let's go to the back. Not much here. In the middle is the speaker, and kind of below that and to the right is the power button. So when you turn it on, it has a it does the startup sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And now you'll notice something there. It made a sound at the end. And that means that the sensors are not working. The arm, the right one, moves a little bit slower than it should for some reason. So it doesn't get all the way down there to hit that position sensor when it does the startup sequence. So let me do it again, and I'm going to kind of help it go down. And the other sound, which means that the sensors are working. So let's get to the remote. The remote, you can kind of divide it up into 3 sections. The top section, well, before I get to that, each button has 3 different functions. In the middle, kind of at the top of the bottom section, is a select button. And if I press that, the light on the top changes colors. Let's see. I'm gonna turn this off so you can see that a little bit better. So the green and orange lights are second and third functions for each button on the remote. So on the first layer of functions, the bottom section is programming, has a lot of stuff to do with programming, and then the select button. The middle section is the directional buttons, so it makes it go forward, back, left, right, oops, and then stop in the middle. And the top section is just some basic movements. So the top section, it has 10 buttons on the outside. On the top left or right, there are 2 buttons. The top ones will move the arm up or down, depending on which one you press, and also works on the other side as well. The next ones down will move the arms in and out. And then the inner buttons on the bottom will make it lean to the left or to the right. And it does that for a second and pops back up. Middle section, stop button's right in the center. You can make it go forward, or back. And if I press the button twice, like if I make it go forward, I press it once, it'll walk normally, and then if I press it again, it will go to, it will run, I think they call that, but that's slower than walking. So, and I guess one of my legs is messed up because it walks in a circle all the time. And then it works the same way to the left and right and backwards. This is it turning. And if I press the same button again, it, instead of just turning, it will walk in a circle in that direction. And then the bottom section we'll get to later. This is going to be a few parts, I think, because I want to describe this. I want to describe each function in detail. So that was just the first part. The bottom section has a few buttons. It has 2 buttons, one on the left and one on the right. That's for programming the reactions for each sensor. It has one in between those for programming what happens if it recognizes sound. And then there is the button below that, which is the main program. And then the button on the very bottom of the remote plays the main program. And you can have sensor functions in the main program as well. So really, it only goes up to 14 steps, but you can make it so it goes up to a total of 84. Which is really cool because you can have some more complicated programs. And you can also program it to wait for a certain sensor to be touched, which I think is cool. It adds a little bit more, programmability to it. So yeah, that's a real short video on Robosapien. This is part 1. Like I said, part 2, I'll go into the more advanced functions and a few of the demo functions in the second and third layers on the remote. The second one has a few pre-programmed movements, and then the third one has a few more, and the demo functions as well. So I will see y'all in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.